Good evening, and welcome to this edition of District Wire News. I'm Alex Thompson. President Obama is calling for unified action against nuclear terrorism on the second day of the Nuclear Security Summit in Washington, D.C. My Facebook profile currently features ads for Washington, D.C. and the Cleveland Cavaliers because I live in D.C. and I'm a Cavs fan. And Facebook can currently sell that information from my profile to the advertisers. But these senators want Facebook to ask for a user's explicit permission before they can sell that information. And although there is a lot of popular support for an overhaul of the nation's financial system, Senate Republicans are continuing not to move forward with debate on any bill. But a spokesman for Majority Leader Harry Reid has said Democrats will continue to introduce legislation. President Obama is in Iowa today attempting to rally Democratic voters. A Gallup poll released earlier this week shows support for Democrats slipping among younger Americans. And of course, Obama rode a wave of youth support to election victory in 2008. And now he's in Iowa trying to re-energize that base. In front of the White House, I'm Alex Thompson, District Wire News. And some big changes are coming to Twitter. The founders of the popular website announced today the launch of what they call promoted tweets, which are tweets that are paid advertisements. They will appear at the top of the page when users search the website. Some of the business partners already lined up include Best Buy, Sony Pictures, and Starbucks. It seems that the work never stops in Chinatown. 4 years ago, the D.C. government began a $200 million renovation to the neighborhood. And since then, the area has boomed.
The energy here is certainly much different than it was originally, and it's gotten more exciting, and especially at night. I think that the Times Square atmosphere helps business, it attracts tourists.
One of the newest projects in Chinatown is the planned installation of several LED video billboards by Ohio-based Orange Barrel Media. But so far, the reaction to those plans is mixed.
I think there's enough lights in Chinatown.
Hey, sir.
I think we need to be focusing on saving energy, and, as opposed to building up more products that would actually consume it.
I think that it's a distraction to drivers. I mean, I know we need to advertise, to raise money, consider economies, but I think that it's very distracting. It's nice. It would be nice to put them somewhere where it won't capture the driver's attention.
But the proposed signs have also captured the attention of residents in these Chinatown condos. They say the light from the signs would be a nuisance right outside their windows, but not everyone agrees.
It's going to increase popularity, it's going to increase sponsorship of this area, and to the extent that it does, then this area will grow. It's capitalism, and if you don't have a legal right not to have your sun blocked off, then that's what you do.
And for Chinatown businesses interested in using the proposed signs, the bright lights do have their allure.
That's the biggest impact, is finding out if it's going to be a competitor utilizing it or a non-competitor.
If it were available for Bar Louie to advertise on, is that something you would take advantage of?
It's something we would definitely look into, absolutely.
But as the battle over the signs continues among business owners, residents, and Orange Barrel Media, this debate is far from lights out. Alex Thompson, District Wire News.
It's pretty old. It's an old building. Needs a lot of help.
Okay. These rusting pipes are just one item on a laundry list of repairs needed at one Fairfax County building. But fixing them is proving to be a challenge.
We have asbestos throughout the whole building, which makes it very difficult for our maintenance personnel to conduct repairs.
The Massey Building is the home of Fairfax County's fire and police departments. Some people who work in the building say its deteriorating condition isn't a big concern.
No, the only time it becomes a topic of conversation is when the air conditioning goes out or when we have problems with heat. That's the only time it really becomes a topic of conversation.
But the building still contains the asbestos it was built with more than 40 years ago. And this past December, burst pipes caused a flood on Massey's 11th and 12th floors. And one official complaint from last June reported clear signs of a leaky roof.
Yeah, we know it's there, but we deal with it, and when we have a need to get above the ceiling tiles, we contact the county, and they come in and take care of it for us.
The Massey building behind me was built in 1967, and although many employees have complained about the working conditions inside the building, Comayagua says it could still be a few years before any improvements are made.
We developed a contingency plan that includes funding for either leasing another building or building a new building. It is a multi-year plan process.
But a projected $250 million budget shortfall for the county in 2011 will make those plans a tall order to fill. Alex Thompson, District Wire News. These researchers from Loyola University are out to prove that sometimes a road trip isn't about the destination, but the journey itself.
We drove here from Chicago to Washington, D.C. in our biodiesel van on 100% biodiesel that we made.
So what brings them to the nation's capital?
We're going to make some greasy french fries. Part of our education outreach, we created a MGES, which is the Mobile Green Energy Show, in which we gave high schools a deep fryer and a generator. They make french fries at their concession stands at football games and soccer events and whatnot, and then they take the waste vegetable oil from there to make biodiesel. From the biodiesel, we gave them a diesel generator for which they can power the deep fryer. So it is a closed system.
And just how does that work?
After we take our french fry oil, we're going to dump it into the pre-treatment tank. The pre-treatment tank is where we filter out any chunkles or particles from the deep fryer.
A few chemical reactions later, and the oil comes out clean, ready to use once again.
And now we're going to start making some french fries.
But aside from the tasty snack, the reaction also makes another useful product.
This is biodiesel on top, and then this is glycerin on the bottom. So we take this down here and then make soap.
These researchers are trying to show that just about everyone can adopt some environmentally friendly habits.
So we're trying to involve culinary students and science students and environmental studies students and auto shop students in solving this climate change problem.
And with some delicious results.
All right, bon appetit.
Alex Thompson, District Wire News.